Imagine someone gives you a choice. You can spend an extra $500 every month for the next 30 years, or you can invest it and forget about it. At first, the choice seems obvious. $500 can pay for dinners, shopping, subscriptions, weekend trips, or a nicer car. It feels like money you can enjoy right now. But here's the question that changes everything. What if that same $500 could become more than $600,000? Let's go back to the beginning. Imagine a 25-year-old American worker who decides to invest $500 every month. That's $6,000 a year. After 30 years, they would have personally contributed $180,000. That's it. $180,000 came directly from their own pocket. But here's where the story gets interesting. If that money averaged around 7% annually with the returns reinvested, the account could grow to roughly $610,000 after 30 years. That means roughly $430,000 of the final amount would come from investment growth, rather than the money they personally contributed. This is a hypothetical illustration, not a guaranteed return. The SEC's investor.gov specifically explains that compound growth allows your returns to generate additional returns over time. And now imagine what happens if you simply give your money more time. At the beginning, the growth looks almost boring. You invest $500, then another $500, then another. Month after month, year after year. For the first few years, you might look at your account and think, is this even working? That's the trap. Because compound growth doesn't look impressive in the beginning. It's like planting a tiny tree. For years, it seems like almost nothing is happening. But underneath the surface, the roots are growing. Then, something changes. Your investment starts earning money, and that money starts earning money. And then the returns begin generating their own returns. The snowball gets bigger. According to investor.gov, this is the basic power of compound growth. Regular investing plus time can create significant wealth, and starting earlier gives compounding more time to work. Now, let's make the story more personal. Imagine you're 25. Your friend says, "Why are you putting $500 into investments every month? You could buy a better car." You say, "Maybe later." At 30, your friends are upgrading their lifestyles. At 35, they're taking expensive vacations. At 40, some are still trying to figure out retirement. But you kept investing. You didn't become rich overnight. You simply kept buying assets instead of constantly upgrading your lifestyle. And then you reach 55. You look at your investment account. And suddenly, those boring $500 contributions don't look boring anymore. They look like freedom. Now here's the part most people miss. The goal isn't to predict exactly what the market will do. Nobody knows what the market will return every year. Some years can be fantastic. Other years can be brutal. Your account could fall. You could experience a market crash. You might even feel tempted to sell everything. That's where psychology becomes more important than mathematics. Because investing isn't only about finding investments, it's about surviving your own emotions. Fear tells you to sell when prices fall. Greed tells you to chase whatever is going up. FOMO tells you that everyone else is getting rich without you. But long-term investing requires something much less exciting. Patience. The SEC also emphasizes that investments involve risk. Diversification matters, and investors should understand their time horizon and risk tolerance. And here's the most powerful part of this entire story. You don't need to start with $500. Maybe your number is $100. Maybe it's $200. Maybe it's $50. The important idea is not the exact number, it's the habit. Because $500 invested every month for 30 years represents $180,000 of contributions. But under a hypothetical 7% annual return, That same discipline could grow to approximately $610,000. And that's the difference between simply saving money and giving your money a chance to compound. So the next time you look at $500 and think, it's only $500, remember this: that $500 isn't just money. It could be a car payment. It could be a vacation. It could be another subscription. Or it could be one more employee working for your future. 30 years from now, your future self won't remember the things you almost bought, but they may remember the money you decided to invest. Because wealth isn't usually created in one giant moment. It's created through small decisions, repeated for a very long time. And sometimes, the most powerful investment decision you can make is simply starting. This is WealthNest. Your money has a future. Make sure it has a plan.
Thanks for watching.